So what I'm then left with is, well, on one hand I'm left with the copper replica of the original object that I made, but I'm also left with a big pile of wax, and that wax is totally renewable, so I can just keep using the wax again and again and again for every single object. So I make molds and objects in wax, I electroform it in copper, I have a copper master, and then I have melted out and I have the wax again. So all of these objects here have all been made using the same wax. I think I've got about 25 kilos of wax, and it's all of this has been made from the same wax. So it just gets reused over and over again. So I suppose these two pieces here kind of show quite clearly compared to this one. It just shows the fact that this is actually kind of a hollow object. So this is a pitcher or a jug for kind of pouring water or wine. And I decided actually to use the fact that I'm creating a skin over both layers of the wax that is actually creating a hollow object, but actually exposing that hollowness and using the hollow aspect as the container, compared to this one where it is quite literally just a mug for containing liquid, but you can actually kind of see exactly how it's been made in wax. This one here is another pitcher, another jug, but it's just a single skin. So we just grew copper over the outside layer of the wax. So actually the wax object that I made was basically a solid block of wax with this exterior shape, but we just didn't grow copper on the top surface. And you don't grow copper on the top surface by not spraying the silver originally. So this area here, this surface was just wax, whereas all the other surfaces were silver. So this area was conductive and this area wasn't. What you see is you see again the kind of the hollow aspect of it. And what's kind of amazing about the process is that it picks up every single little detail. So this is quite subtle actually. But on other pieces, say for example this piece here, probably the camera won't pick it up, but you can see all my finger marks and actually all the fingerprint and my thumbprint from where I'm sort of moulding it is also apparent on the final copper form. The electroforming process actually accentuates or emphasises all the little kind of textural details apparent on the original pattern. So this is kind of the general kind of selection. I also made this chain, which is, I'm not usually a jewellery designer or jewellery maker, but I thought it was kind of a fun project to do. The reason being I made all of these links in wax sort of individually, so each of the links were kind of linked in wax, and then the whole thing sprayed in silver to make the whole thing conductive. So although I made each of the individual links in wax separately, and then combined them together, when this was actually electroformed in copper, the whole thing was electroformed in one go. So although all these links are separate, it was all electroformed at the same time. And to stop the links actually joining together in the copper, you have to continually rotate or agitate the piece so that the copper doesn't kind of combine onto each other. So you end up with this sort of a copper chain which has been grown in one single go. And then I suppose onto the next project, which is again an old project of mine. These are all new pieces that I've made. Over the last few years I've been working a lot with polystyrene foam and I suppose you generally start with kind of virgin block of polystyrene and carve into it with saws, with hammers, but all done by hand. I end up with a huge amount of waste material, and with all of these pieces I decided it would be quite nice to use all that waste that I've been creating over the last kind of 2 or 3 years. So I've got piles and piles and piles of blocks and chunks of polystyrene foam that I wanted to use. So this whole range is kind of called scrap polyfurniture. It's all the scrap that I've been having in my workshop for a long time, and pretty much all the shapes and all the design, the design details has come about through the natural shapes and cuts from previous pieces of furniture that I make. So if you like, these are all like the negative pieces. These are the pieces that are kind of secondary to the original object, which actually kind of takes it back more in line with where polystyrene is conventionally used as a packaging material. So kind of the original corner of the, if you kind of imagine, this is like the top corner of the big block, and using the electric chainsaw I just kind of sliced through and took the corner off the block and had this really long piece, and I used that as the kind of the natural detail to kind of create this trestle-like bench. So this is kind of like a two-seater stool or small bench, and I made two pieces because this piece is very, very long. And I use a hot glue gun to assemble all the components together, and then once they're all kind of joined in this array of pieces, I then take it to a company where we spray a polyurethane rubber. And it's a very, very high density rubber, so it actually it's very, very hard. It feels like plastic, but it actually has flexibility and it has elasticity, so it's very durable. It doesn't crack, it doesn't break. It sort of encapsulates the polystyrene foam, giving it a huge amount of rigidity and strength, but it's also UV stable, it's also waterproof. It's used normally a lot by the military, by the Ministry of Defence for bomb blast protection. So they spray the interior walls of buildings to prevent fragmentation. So kind of that alone suggests that it's a very kind of durable material. So yeah, we've got chair, bench, stool, side tables, a real combination of pieces.